Good morning, Reedy High School, and welcome to Opened End News.
Good morning, Lions. Today is Monday, April 15th. I'm Matt Lasser.
And I'm Allison England.
Although track season has come to an end, guest reporter Kylie has a story on this interesting sport.
Not many people understand the sport of track. Here's a quick look at some of our Reedy track athletes and their view.
The thing I find most fun about track is it's kind of hard to explain because I love to run despite the fact that it's painful, but it's just like a really rewarding sport. It's like the feelings that you get after you win a race or after you set a new record for yourself, and just like the accomplishments that come with all of the hard work is really rewarding.
I love track. I've been doing it since about 7th grade. I just like challenging myself and pushing myself to be better, and it's built like a really good work ethic in me.
I like traveling to the meets and competing in different events.
Although they love track, it's not an easy sport to compete in.
It's hard. It's a hard sport. It's very mental, and you really have to push yourself to get the results. So I guess just getting out there every morning and putting in the work.
Practices and putting in the hard work, it's hard, but it pays off in the end. So.
Track requires a lot of dedication, and sometimes that leads to injury.
Last year, I hurt my ankle and I had surgery over the summer, so I wasn't even planning on running this year. I was actually supposed to just be like an athletic manager, but I've actually started running in meets again, so it's just been like a lot of fun because I never thought I would run again.
I run a 400 and a 4x4 and a 200, so I've gotten a lot better. My 400, my times are decreasing. Last year, my 4x4 made it to regional, so that was really fun and exciting for us.
I got into personal best for the mile and 2 mile, which is pretty good.
This is Kylie Blackwell, guest reporter, Opened In.
Recently, one of our very own Lions got her wish granted this year at our annual wish reveal. Here's Cade with more.
It's everybody's dream to go to Greece. For one of our Reedy Lions, Skylar Allen, her wish to visit Santorini came true. Each year, Reedy chooses someone and makes their wish come true through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Skylar had the surprise of her life when she realized that her wish was being granted. She celebrated the day with a Greek-themed party with her friends. Gifts to prepare her for her real trip to Greece. Singing along with the Mamma Mia soundtrack. And a pep rally to send her off. Have a nice trip, Skylar. For Open Den, I'm Cater Birdie.
Next year, Reedy will be going from a 6 weeks to a 9 weeks grading period. Let's go take a closer look.
Beginning next school year, Frisco ISD will move to 9-week grading period instead of the current 6-week grading period. How will this affect our Reedy students?
I think it's a great decision. I've actually, in my career, I've done it before. I've done the 9 weeks, and I thought it went very well for not just the staff, but for the students, which most changes should be for the students. I think it helps the students mainly for the same reason. In 6 weeks, sometimes you feel this rush, because 6 weeks seems like a long time until you're in it, and then when you're in it, it's pretty fast, where 9 weeks feels like a nice, comfortable pace, where students don't feel the rush all the time. And like I said before, they now only have, 4 grades instead of 6, and so, I definitely feel like the students feel less rushed than what we have currently.
I think it's going to be good for kids because it's going to relieve stress, and they're not going to have to turn their work in as quick, and it's going to give them more time to learn the subject. I think it'll benefit students just because of the stress, and it'll make school more fun and seem like it's not as hard every single day, have something due.
One of the hardest things about the 6-week grading period is being able to do really deep work and to work on some projects that may take a little bit more time. It's really hard to do that on the 6-week grading period. On a 9-week grading period, you've got time to be more creative. You got time to do some more interesting things with your students, and you're not so confined. So I think it's going to give our teachers a lot more flexibility. I think it's going to be good for all kids. I've worked in some districts that work on a 9-week grading scale. It'll take some adjusting just because we're used to that really frequent kind of report card feedback. But the ability to change up what we do in class, the ability to dive deeper with students and to give them some more meaningful learning opportunities, I think kind of trumps any discomfort that we might have with the change. And I think, our students kind of run into this, that they end up taking 3 or 4 tests in kind of a 2-day window because everybody has to get that test in right at the end of the 6 weeks. Well, now, because they've got 9 weeks to get in however many grades, they can spread those out however they see fit instead of having to cram them all in a really small window. So I think taking that pressure off of them is going to be big.
I'm Harrison Snowden, guest reporter, Open Den News.
We will be back right after this short message.
The 2018-2019 school year coming to an end, new routines are going to be formed for the new school year. This year, we had the standard 6-week grading period for the school year. Next year, the grading period will be extended to 9 weeks, with some holidays being closer or farther away than they were previously. An example of this is winter break, with only a 1-day difference, starting on the 23rd instead of the 24th, and ending on the 3rd instead of the 4th. Take a look at the new 2019-2020 calendars and prepare yourself for the upcoming school year. You can look at the calendar for yourself at friscoisd.org. This is Davis McClanahan, guest reporter for Open Den News.
Let's see what's going on this week here at Reedy. Today is the start of the final 6 weeks. Make sure to end the year on a high note. Pennies for Patience also starts today. Tonight there'll be a JV Blue baseball game against Lone Star here at 5. Tomorrow at 4:30, our JV Green plays against Lone Star at Lone Star. JV Softball will play here against Independence starting at 5:30. Starting at 7:15, there will be a varsity softball game versus Independence here at Reedy. Varsity baseball will be playing Lone Star at Lone Star starting at 7:30.
On Wednesday, there will be a Region 2 tennis tournament starting at 8 in the morning. This tournament will continue on to Thursday. At 4:30 on Thursday, JV Green baseball will play Lone Star here at Reedy, and JV Blue will play Lone Star at Lone Star starting at 5. JV softball will play Heritage at 5:30, while varsity softball will play at 7:15. And finally, varsity baseball will play Lone Star at 7:30. And remember, there is no school on Friday or Monday, so make sure to enjoy the 4-day weekend.
We'll be back right after these short messages. Welcome back. To end our show today, we head over to Shirley, who has a story about a very special baseball player.
Now batting number 23, Dylan Blyleven.
Let's go!
Reedy Lions freshman Dylan Blyleven is one of the few 9th graders who has the opportunity to play on the varsity team.
I've been playing for 10 years. My grandpa and dad played professionally, so they just kind of helped me along the way.
They not only did play both professionally, his grandfather is a Hall of Famer and is an all-time American player. He is now an announcer for the Minnesota Twins, but at one point in his life, he won the World Series in 1987.
It would be fun to play in college, specifically at UCLA.
What are some of his main motivators?
My best friend Shirley, my parents, and then family and friends. They just motivate me. I've made most of my friends through baseball. We practice from 2 to 4 hours, so every day of the week.
I'm Shirley Johnson, guest reporter of Open Den News.
For more information on anything you saw on the show today, make sure to check out our website at openden.org. I'm Allison England.
And I'm Matt Lasser. We'll see you next time, Lions.